YouTube? This is your boy J.Wynn, and today I'm talking Cowboys. I'm talking the secondary for the 2017-2018 season, and what I feel that it should be. From last year's stats to who left, who's here. There's been a lot of changes, and Dallas is making the right moves. We're moving in the right direction finally. So Jerry Jones is doing his thing this year. So. For me, I'm thinking for the outside cornerbacks, we have, I'm going to go with Anthony Brown. And then also, we'll see after preseason and training camp, but I think Cheeto Awuzie starting on the other side. They got Nolan Carroll. I believe he's practicing in the OTA, starting the other side. And, he was getting burnt a lot. Every time we went up against the Eagles, Dez Bryant had a field day on him, and he's just there for me. I think we can move forward and go with Chidobe Awuzie. But starting slot, we got to go with the vet Orlando Scandrick. He's had injuries in the past, but he's been our best cornerback for a while. Anthony Brown, I felt like he had a great year. I got a chance to see him in person against the Vikings last year, and he can fly. Nobody gets behind him. He's probably the fastest cornerback on our team. But, for now at least, Orlando Scandrick is probably going to go ahead and start on the slot. So, we've picked up Jordan Lewis, and just, watching highlights of his tape from Michigan, kid can play. And, there was talk during the draft Orlando Scandrick was going to be traded, because we were drafting all these cornerbacks and defensive backs and blase. But, I think at least for this season, Orlando Scandrick is probably safe to be our starting nickelback for sure. Secondary, obviously, you got freak athlete Byron Jones starting free safety. The kid can, if he gets it together, the kid's going to be Pro Bowl bound. That's how I see it. He's the fastest person in the secondary, which is crazy, being a safety, free safety, and we utilize him as trying to cover those hybrid tight ends on offense, and he can he does slot receivers as well, but he's pretty good covering those number one tight ends. So that's why I like him. Jeff Heath, mostly has been special teams, but looking at a few games last year, the time that he is, playing in the backfield, he makes the best of it, getting turnovers. But just, knowing how our defense plays, he's going to get time switched up. And I think, you have Mr. Frazier back there as well. We drafted him last year, but the kid Xavier Woods can play. We'll see how OTAs and preseason goes, but, I somehow, some way expect Xavier Woods to find himself on the field. You guys, subscribe, comment, let me know what you think about that. So.